What's up, guys? All you veterans out there, I want to say thanks for everything you've done. I'm sitting here with my buddy Gannicus, also a veteran. Want to do a quick little talk, whatever you want to call it, interview, whatever kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's your shit show, man.
So, more or less, like any other video that I've tried to put out, is I hope and really want somebody to gain something from this. So hopefully somebody out there that's watching this can gain something from this video, whether it be something small or something large.
I could teach you a bunch of different ways to say fuck in different parts of sentences, or, it just comes with the territory.
Yeah. Also, I'm not adding the disclaimer in until now, but if you don't like fucking offensive language and profanity and
This
all
is not safe for work.
Yes, totally not safe for work and probably not safe for children.
Definitely not.
But we're rolling with it because we're not going to edit shit. So, anyways, Gannicus,
What up, man?
what is your viewpoint on the actual holiday?
On the actual holiday itself?
The holiday itself of Veterans Day.
I don't know. It's kind of a semi-sour sweet, or sweet sour kind of mix. Love-hate kind of relationship with it. I appreciate all the thanks and appreciation the majority of society fucking gives to veterans on this day and what have you. But at the same time, a lot of us aren't very keen on the thanks, I guess, so to speak, for lack of better explanation. I mean, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You guys might not. What I mean by that would be, I don't know, when somebody comes up, like in my personal experience, somebody comes up and asks me or tells me, hey, thank you for your service. I really don't ever know what to say. Like, I just say thanks back, thank you for your thanks, I guess, really. Because in all honesty, none of us did it for thanks or gratification or anything like that. It's more of a, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like, and this is my own personal opinion. Not everybody's like this. Some people get off on that fucking shit. I've never understood that, but everything I did in my military career, I did it like with the intent and purpose of somebody else not having to do what I did. But at the same time, like, it wasn't for gratification or glory or anything like that. It actually become about my brothers in the military. That's what it was more or less about.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things, and like also a lot of times people get Memorial Day and Veterans Day confused and this and that. So on Memorial Day, everybody be like, oh man, thank you for your service. And a lot of us get pissed off, which I guess that's just that dysfunctional veteran kind of aspect of it, because we're being assholes, and because nobody understands the fact that Memorial Day is about the fallen, the people who aren't here anymore. It's like, man, don't be thanking me. Thank my brother who didn't come home. They're the real hero,
But at the same time, people like myself, from a civilian standpoint, we look at it differently. That is just another day for us to express our gratitude. Most of us do understand that it is for the fallen. It's all about the memorial of the fallen.
Yeah.
That didn't get to come back home and be able to sit and have a conversation like we are.
Oh,
right
absolutely,
now.
absolutely, man. And
But at the same time, it brings them to that same mindset of, okay, well, this person did get to come home, and I do get to see them, so I am going to tell them thanks.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate everything that they've done. Just the same as I've told you numerous times, no matter how many times you told me to fuck off.
Yeah, right.
Because, we've had this talk plenty of times before. While you were off overseas fighting, doing your thing, I'm over here just enjoying my freedom, kicking back, drinking beer, hanging out with everybody else.
Yeah.
You gave up your freedom for the fact that I got to keep mine. And, that's the way a lot of us look at it. And, you may perceive it slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that's what you did. You gave up everything you had here in order to preserve what we have here. So you had something to come home to, right?
Yeah. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, with me, my personal career, I was just good at my fucking job, man. Like, so after doing it for so long, it become even less about like doing it for anybody else or anything like that. It's just what I felt like I was born to do. Fuck, man. Like, I really don't even know. I mean, we've had this conversation thousands of times. I mean, I was good at my fucking job. I was good at what I did, and I enjoyed leading, guiding, directing other soldiers who were trying to find their little niche in the world. I do appreciate all the thanks and everything like that. Used to, back in the day, I was that typical, quote unquote dysfunctional veteran who'd be like, "No, fuck you, don't say that shit to me." Which, kind of grew out of that. Grew up a little bit. My mind, I don't know, really kind of changed. Instead of wanting that personification of the dysfunctional veteran and this and that, it's like, man, I'm just another motherfucker just like you. You know what I'm saying? You got your little niche in the world. I had mine. But the holiday as a whole, man, like I do enjoy it. Like, it gives me a chance to kick back and fucking relax, get some free drinks bought for me or what have you, which is always cool. Yeah. But that's not what it's about either. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like an asshole for saying that, but at the same time,
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying with it, but at the same time, I mean, that's the way, that's one way for us to give back to you, and it may not mean as much per se. I mean, you've seen things and you've done things and that nobody in the world would want to see on a daily basis. So from a civilian standpoint, it's just a kind gesture, something that we can do for you in hopes that it makes your day a little bit better, so that you don't have to think about all the shit that you did that you didn't necessarily want to have to do.
I get what you're saying, man.
I mean, whether it be a free meal or or somebody, the bartender buying you around, or your buddies buying you around, or whatever it may be. I mean, just that little thing. It's that little bit of gratification,
Absolutely, man. And like I said, I mean, it doesn't go without notice or appreciation. I don't know. It's just hard for us, at least on my standpoint, and a lot of my fellow brothers and shit that I know personally, because I'm in the military, everybody thinks that I know everybody else that they know in the military, which isn't the case. But my little group, we're always kind of like more standoffish towards things like that, and don't want the public gratification, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Which I guess would be weird coming from me, also being the fact that I've been on national television for the shenanigans and what have you.
Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know Gannicus, he was on the HBO series My Fighting Season. Yeah. Which, if you haven't seen it, look it up. It's pretty cool shit. I mean, it gives you a little bit more perspective as to what they went through. I mean, it's not that in depth, but it's a lot more in depth than what you're gonna see in a fucking
it doesn't have
in a Hollywood film.
It actually has us in there, live footage of us in combat from our point of view, because it's literally everything that's on the show is shot from a helmet cam that's right off the side of. The more gruesome things are cut out, like bodies and things like that. But I mean, it's live combat. It's actually in the shit. It's all there. The way we think, the way we react to everything like that, it's all on there. So I guess a little personal gratification for me is not. I mean, because it's a mini series. It's 7 episodes, I believe. But each unit or platoon or whatever you want to call it, for civilian terminology, each little group had their own episode. So like my guys, myself and my soldiers, our episode was the season premiere, which was awesome to be chosen as a season premiere. Yeah. But not only that, because we were badass as fuck.
My dog.
We got.
My dog's pissing in the back.
Right in the back. Damn, girl. My unit and my guys, we got not only one episode, we got one episode, and we got half the last episode too. So like we got the premiere and we got the finale, which is like it started with us and ended with us, which was cool for us, being the fact that I mean they flew us out there just to hear our story. You know what I'm saying? Like paid for all of our shit, which I don't know if they knew what they were getting into. They're like, hey, we're gonna fly these 7, 8 7, 8, 9 infantry guys out here to Hollywood. Not only are we going to pay for their flights and their hotels, we're going to pay for all their booze too. So when I went in to record my part of the series, my little talking session, they did my makeup for like an hour and a half, dude, because I had a black eye, I had scrapes on my face, my lip was busted, and all kinds of shit. It's just because the night before we hadn't seen each other in years. We got drunk and started doing combatives by the pool on the concrete. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way we play and get along. Like me and you, we sit around and have a couple drinks and this and that. But me and my army buddies or my infantry brothers, we fight. We fight each other. You know, not like straight up fisticuffs. You know, but we start doing combatives and rolling around and being assholes. Like we got kicked out of P.F. Chang's within like 15 minutes of being there for lighting chopsticks on fire and throwing them at each other. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good time, man. Got to actually go out there and tell our real story, though. And we're telling the story as you guys are getting the viewpoint of it, which was pretty. I mean, you've seen the show.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was pretty
I
awesome.
thought it was pretty
Never
awesome.
in my life did I ever think something like that would happen to me. You know what I mean? Like, so that was pretty cool.
And I mean, I thought it was pretty dang awesome, just for the simple fact that we grew up together, you know, since like first, second grade, something like that. You know,
my very first memory of you was like that I can think of right now was basically almost cutting your fingertip off with a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Like, so sitting in third grade Miss Standridge's class or something like that.
Yeah.
Cutting up baseball cards and I almost cut the tip of your finger off.
But I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's the cool part to me is the fact that, you know, we've known each other for so long and we grew up.
I mean, we've known each other since we were.
Neither one of us had any idea of where we would be.
Right.
At this point in time, the things that we would have gone through, the things that we would have done.
Right.
You know, and our lives have been completely different.
Yeah, and we're still sitting here.
And we're still sitting here right now in my backyard, you know, drinking Jameson and Crown and smoking cigarettes and got a fire going over here and just kick back, having a good time.
Life is all what you make it, man.
Always.
I've seen some hard shit. I've seen some rough shit. I've seen some shit that'll stay ingrained in my memory forever. Yeah. Like it'll always be in my mind's eye, no matter what I ever do. But with that being said, you know, it's not like a one-upper game and this and that. Like a lot of people, when they start thinking of veterans or talking about veterans and this and that, they all have this personification or this ideal in their own mind that, you know, we've seen the roughest shit known to man, blah, 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 and so on and so forth, that automatically we've been through worse shit compared to them. And then the other half, you have, this is the part that drives me insane, and I try to not more or less beat it into people's like mind that, you know, because that other half or that other percentage, whatever you want to whatever percentage you want to call it, they'll have that personification of like, oh, well, I have PTSD too because my parents used to beat me, or et cetera, et cetera. They've been through their own rough things in this world and this and that. And I will never, ever, ever, like, knock that down whatsoever, because, like, we were having like the three of us were having a conversation about earlier, is what I can take as a human being, like certain things somebody else might not be able to take, and vice versa. You know, what might be the biggest deal in the world to me could be very minimal, like fractional to somebody else. Like,
exactly.
It might affect them none whatsoever, and to me, it could decimate my world in a way. And you know, you have the other side of that coin, to where something I could see could be very minimal to me, and I really don't give a shit about. Like, it'll probably never even be a memory to me. To somebody else, it could break their world apart.
Exactly.
So it's
and at the same time, you know, like we've talked about many times before as well, and we were talking about it earlier, you know, there's a lot of things that you've discussed with me about what you've dealt with over the years and what you've dealt with overseas, and we talked about how I could relate to it and you didn't see it exactly the same, but at the same time, I really can relate, but in a different reality. To me, it's a different perception.
Well, it's like I said earlier. What did I say? You know, we all have different fights, man. It's all a fight. It's just different battlegrounds. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own fight, which is an amazing thing to me too. You know, and the fact that you might be able to take a lot of shit that I can't take, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So we both like look up to each other in that kind of manner, like especially when two people can realize that between each other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think it's a cool thing. Like, I don't know.
So, to kind of draw this to an end here, if there was one thing that you could get out there to the rest of the world, just in this one little video, one little thing, one thing that could help somebody out, what would you tell them?
If there's one little thing I can get out to the rest of this world, I don't know, man. There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Don't smoke meth. I mean, pay your bills, take care of your kids, don't smoke meth.
Right there.
And then you're fucking good to
Live
go.
and true.
But
Y'all see a dog?
Sorry?
Y'all see a dog?
I mean,
Other than the one that's with me in my backyard, no. What kind of dog you looking for?
A brown wee dog.
Nope, haven't seen one. Yeah.
Thanks for ruining our video, bitch.
I swear. Some people.
Fucking people,
Hey,
man.
shit out.
Disrespectful
But anyways,
motherfuckers.
yeah,
No,
we'll
I guess
we'll edit that shit out.
Nah, fuck that. Leave it. I guess what I'd say is, anything to take away from it actually wouldn't be about Veterans Day or anything to do with veterans, honestly. Takeaway, I think, for anybody at any point in time, people should just realize that we all have our own fights. Well, no matter how different the battleground may be, or who you have fighting on your side or who you don't, it's all up to you. Perception is key. Perception is reality. Like, the way you perceive something might be different from mine, and that shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't. The way you perceive things, that's how you should hold it dear. Don't worry about what the fuck anybody else is fucking thinking. It's your life. It's your means of travel. Happiness is a means of travel, not an end destination. So, I mean, throughout the day, I can, as the walk of life goes, I can travel with a fucking hop in my step and happiness and a smile on my face, or I can travel with my eyes down on the ground, dragging my feet through the fucking mud and the rocks and whatever. But life's gonna go no matter what. Like, the world's gonna keep turning, so you might as well have a little bit of a bounce in your step. There's always that next mountaintop looming before you, so it's up to you whether you take that mountain or not. And there's always going to be another one after it. Dark valleys, but there's going to be, sunlit fucking prairies and shit too. No matter what you go through in life, man, there's highs and lows. Take that shit as it comes, man. Don't be a bitch.
There you got it, guys. This is my way of trying to help somebody else out, and in another sense, getting a veteran's perspective, on life in general, as well as the holiday of Veterans Day. So if you like this video, go down, hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment,
Give us some shares.
Yeah, I'm all about that. So on that note, y'all have a good night. We're out of here.
Peace.
Later.